Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is January 16th, 2025, and Barcelona will attempt the signing of Marcus Rashford with two current players on the squad that could facilitate this move, and I'm going to tell you who they are. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and we'll begin this video with the news that there is still heavy interest in Garcia from both Girona and Real Sociedad, who are looking to sign a player as soon as this winter transfer market. And that, of course, Girona are looking to bring Garcia back, where he had a spectacular season under Mitchell, and they are now willing to sign him on a permanent basis, where Real Sociedad are looking to reinforce their defense with the Barcelona defender. And it's reported that Barcelona are open to the departure of Garcia for around 10 to 50 million euros, which I think it is a pretty fair price for someone like Garcia. Now, of course, all of this will depend on the player himself. After all, Hansi Flick has opened the door for Garcia to leave. I reported about this in a previous video where Flick had a conversation with him, letting him know, hey, if you want to stay, that's fine, but just know you're going to have very few minutes. So if you want more minutes, you're going to have to look for them somewhere else. So far, Garcia would prefer to stay in Barcelona, of course, but we'll see what will happen, because after all, Garcia has not been getting that much playing time, and with Girona promising him, of course, a starting spot like he had back when he was there, and with Real Sociedad being interested in him, we'll see whether Garcia will cede and end up leaving during this winter transfer market. Now, the next news is that Barcelona will be going after Marcus Rashford, or will be trying to sign Marcus Rashford. But before we talk about the English attacker, let me just remind you to don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure to hit the Goal Kids, Kit Bag, or Fanatics. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure to bet us. All links are down below in the description. You click on them, you get some access to some pretty cool discounts and offers. Anyways, let's get back to the news, because, ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona are looking to sign Marcus Rashford and will attempt to sign Marcus Rashford. Within reason, of course. They're not going to throw the club out the window and go all out, but they will try to sign Marcus Rashford within the confines of Barcelona's financial situation. Now, since Barcelona achieved the 1-to-1 rule after closing the VIP seats deal, they can now sign players in this winter transfer market. The only priority will be Marcus Rashford, because Barcelona wanna reinforce the left wing position, but also because Marcus Rashford right now during this winter transfer market is the only feasible operation that Barcelona could pull off, because of course when we're talking about Leao's, Kvaratskhelia, those kind of players are too expensive. As far as Nico Williams, who is the more feasible long-term option, of course the winter is not an option. Nico Williams wants to finish the season, so that's not a possibility. So that leaves, of course, Marcus Rashford, who's the only feasible possibility to bring during this winter transfer market on a 6-month loan. And of course, there are added benefits to that make this operation more feasible, such as the fact that, well, Manchester United don't want anything to do with the player. The player is ready to leave. And finally, in this big news coming out of Italy today, but it looks like AC Milan are no longer interested. They were one of the clubs offering Marcus Rashford a long-term contract. Marcus Rashford has not been responding because he prefers to go to Barcelona. So as such, it looks like AC Milan have withdrawn from the race. So this only, adds more to the feasibility of this operation. Now, in order for Barcelona to bring Marcus Rashford on loan until the end of the season, they will have to clear space on their wage bill. And there are two ways to do it, either through the departures of Garcia or through the departure of Ansu Fati. Now, of course, I talked about Garcia a few moments ago with Girona and Real Sociedad being interested in him, but I'm going to tell you the new interest in Ansu Fati in a little bit. Now, of course, Marcus Rashford does have an incredibly high salary, and this is why Barcelona need to clear space in order to absorb some of the salary. Barcelona are not willing to pay for the total salary of the player because it is pretty high. Manchester United have made it very clear that they're not going to cover any parts of the salary, so the only way for Rashford to come would be to A, reduce his salary, and B, for Barcelona to, again, clear space on their wage bill to be able to afford his salary. Now, Manchester United had given Marcus Rashford a deadline of January 15th to make up his mind where he's going. Otherwise, they're going to take some disciplinary actions against him. For example, maybe not including him in a squad list or having him train separately. But so far, Marcus Rashford has decided to continue waiting for Barcelona because, again, he does prefer to come to the Blaugrana club. Now, if Barcelona cannot sign Marcus Rashford, they're not going to look to sign anyone else during this winter transfer market. All the signings that Barcelona hope and plan to make will come during the summer. And of course, I do have to ask you guys, what do you think about Marcus Rashford coming to the club? Are you for it? Are you against it? In my opinion, I think Marcus Rashford is one of the most talented attackers out there. But of course, there is a big problem with his attitude, with his dedication, with all the problems he's had with his coaches. He's also been inconsistent with some really high moments where he's shined like no other, but also with some low moments where, well, given his extracurricular activities, have not allowed him to fully exploit his talent. So I think it is a dangerous bet, but after all, it's not a permanent signing. This is only a 6-month loan. Hansi Flick believes that he could get the best out of Marcus Rashford. He's actually greenlit the operation. So who knows? Hey, if Hansi Flick can make every single player in Barcelona play better, then maybe he'll be able to, get Marcus Rashford play at his best. And if he can, I think that would be one hell of a signing because we have all seen what Marcus Rashford can do when he's at the top of his form. Now, since we mentioned Ansu Fati, let's end the video by talking about the Barcelona Academy graduate because he does have new interests in this time from the Premier League. Now, there are 2 clubs in England who are interested in Ansu Fati. The first one being West Ham, who are currently dealing with injuries of Michail Antonio and Nicholas Fulkirk, and they're looking to reinforce their team, especially to avoid struggles towards the end of the season. They've already secured Carlos Soler on loan from PSG, and now they are looking for a quality forward, and they have set their attentions on Ansu Fati. Now, the second club in the Premier League who are interested in Ansu is Tottenham Hotspur, who are in a less urgent position than West Ham regarding their attackers, but nonetheless, they are looking to reinforce themselves, and they currently are considering the signing of Ansu Fati. And both West Ham and Tottenham are looking on loan until the end of the season. But that's not all, because now we have interest from Turkey. As you know, at one point, Mourinho was interested in Ansu Fati, but then when he saw that Ansu wasn't getting any minutes under Flick, he backed away. But now the new interest in Turkey is coming from Besiktas, who are looking to sign Ansu Fati for both his footballing quality, but also for his media impact. Of course, having a Barcelona Academy graduate always goes well for other teams in other leagues. But of course, Ansu Fati is not interested in going to Turkey. And of course, there is the last option, which is Saudi Arabia, because as I told you in yesterday's video, Saudi are interested in several Barcelona players, including Ansu. But of course, Ansu has even less interest of going to Saudi than he has in going to Turkey. Anyways, that is all the news. I did upload another video before this one in regards to Victor Font's press conference. I will be uploading another video after this one, so stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. And as always, Visca Barça.